Welcome to Proclaim, a presentation of the Catholic Diocese of Alexandria. Join us as we journey together through the Scriptures revealed to us by God.
Good morning and welcome to Proclaim. As we again look at the period of development of the Gospels as we have them, from the events themselves that took place during the public ministry of Jesus, somewhere between 30 and 33 by most estimates, then the 3 decades in which the gospel was preached by many different people. During that time, undoubtedly, people might have jotted down certain things that they remember, sayings of Jesus, things that took place, things that were significant to them. And it was only as those began to be brought together do we find the written Gospels beginning to emerge. And generally, the Gospel of Mark is considered the most ancient, and it is placed usually somewhere in the 60s, mid-60s more likely, and there's some reasons for that. The Gospels of Matthew and Luke are generally placed somewhere in the 80s, so a certain amount of time has passed, and the development of these Gospels will certainly show that. And finally, the Gospel of John seems to be somewhat later, toward the end of the century. Not that we have any real way of dating these, because the Gospels don't have what we take for granted at the beginning of books, namely descriptions of the author and when they were written and when they were copyrighted and published. None of those things are in the manuscripts. Even the earlier ones didn't even have titles, and the titles, once they began to be added, were more for reference, that they would simply say according to Mark, according to Matthew, according to Luke, just to place the framework there. We don't have the same kind of information about authors that we normally tend to expect.
This program was brought to you by Antoon Enterprises, Kramer Funeral Home, and Christus Cabrini Hospital.